hello. Oh, hello? What's these? Where'd I go? What's happening? We've got Invisible Dee Dee today. Hold on. What? Everything breaks when you take a break with OBS. Oh, we love it. Why is it broken? Nothing's changed. That's so weird. Blah? Alright, OBS. It's on here too. Weird. Okay. Anyway, as I troubleshoot this, how's everybody doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What the heck is going on here? My oh my. Spout 2's fine, okay. I may just have to restart. That's my bad. I never thought to check that VTube Studio was actually displaying. Because that's never an issue I have. What have I been up to today? Nothing crazy. Work. Was busy at the apothecary today. So many people were on site that aren't usually. Okay, now you're happy. I just had to restart it, I guess. Weird. There. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore! But hi, I'm here. We're good. We're alive. Everything is awful! Everything sucks when it's working. Oh my gosh. Related to that, I had one of those, you know, you forget you had a subscription to something and then it auto-renews and you're like, where did this $80 charge come from? Because that's what a lot of magazine subscriptions for a year end up being in Canadian. It's like, oh yeah, it's for this thing you subscribed to for $5 back in October of last year. It's like, oh, god damn it. Clearly, I never read whatever I subscribed to because, I had no idea it was a thing. Pain and suffering. And related to that, new internet should be... Oh god, next week. Next week is Halloween. What am I gonna do for Halloween? Man. Orb. want me to orb for Halloween? Oh, what is... Sorry. Should have drum on my desk, though, because the mic will pick it up. World of Horror, that's what it was. I mean, you just typed orb, so I'm like... Do you want me to orb? I'll have to see if they updated World of Horror. Because we played that many, many years ago for Halloween. And I love that game. I'm sure many of you have not seen it, but I know a bunch of you like Junji Ito stuff. So would you would like this tool? I forgot that they like fully properly released it in 2023. It was in early access, I swear to God, for like 10 years. Like it was around forever in early access. Okay, maybe not 10 years. That's probably an over-exaggeration, but... it sure felt that way, you know? Some of my early clips were from World of Horror. How's the day going? The day has existed. Was nothing particularly great to write home about, nor was it particularly bad. Just one of those days. It's payday, I did the very boring thing of paying bills and buying groceries. So exciting. Very exciting. Very, very riveting. Oops. Ah, there. Now I'm... oh gosh, what was the word I was looking for? I distracted myself by getting a cough drop. My brain just bloop. Right, so I put TBA on the schedule just in case I don't end up streaming tomorrow. 95% chance I will. I mean, I'm hanging out with the Duna, but we're meeting up at like 11 a.m. because we're going to go get our nails done and then have lunch. And I assume cut around the mall, but like, you know, don't think we're gonna be cutting around the mall for like 5 to 6 hours, you know? So probably we'll be back in time for stream. But I figured better safe than sorry, because I made promises being like, oh yeah, I'm doing stuff today, but I'll be back to stream, and I'm like, never mind. This turned into a whole adventure that I was not expecting. You just saw the mailbox exploding thing? Well, yeah, I mean... You got the popular potion. Of course, it's gonna happen. Isn't that what happens when you're popular? Your mailbox just explodes. for a variety of reasons. Maybe. Oh, that's right. I meant to tell you guys about this. Through one of the apps I use to like take surveys and do like play games to like get some like pocket change. There's one called Office Cat. It's an idler. But you are a cat who runs an office. Like real estate business, renting out office space to other cats. And there's lots of parodies based on different brands, but they're all cats. Like there's a cat version of Reddit. There's a cat version of Walmart. There's ads, so it's like it's annoying that way, but I was like, oh my gosh. Running a building for cats, it's very serious. They're like, by the way, we're using all of the electricity. You should probably upgrade the batteries and the generator. I'm like, I have to manage the electricity? They're like, oh, you've made enough money now. You can buy a house and a car. What car do you want? I'm like, I don't know anything about cars. Is there a red one? Red's nice, right? Everyone likes red cars. Red looks rich and fancy. And the cats get mad at you if you don't upgrade stuff. They're like, we need more efficient desks. Also, fire extinguishers, which is valid, but then it's like, also, this clock looks like garbage. Get us a new wall clock. It's like, oh, okay. What do you mean I gotta do things that isn't just gain money by doing nothing? This is a scam, right? I thought if I just bought a building and hired like superintendents, the money would just roll in itself. What do you mean I need to like manage rental contracts and stuff? Shouldn't I have an assistant for that? But they're like, oh yeah, here's your investments. It's like you earn this money passively while offline. Also, your investments, would you like to reinvest? I'm like, this is so real. But I like it, it's cute. It was nice to find because I was always thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, because the big boss of the apothecaries, like, y'all need to start preparing to be back in the office 5 days a week. I know I said you guys can work from home some days of the week, and I know we just signed a union agreement that says, like, people can, but no. I'll change my mind. I'm gonna get taken to court by the union? Yeah, nah, I don't care. So, because when I'm at home, I always have some kind of idler game or like lo-fi, like study with me type game to help keep me motivated. I'm like, what am I gonna do now that I'm stuck at the office? Like, am I gonna get a Steam Deck just to try and run these lo-fi games on it? At least there's some on the phone. At least there are some on the phone. Speaking of which, I should check my wish list on Steam. I have a whole bunch wishlisted from previous, like, Steam Next Fest and stuff, and I'm like, are they out yet? Probably not. Ooh, stop. Not that one, not that one. Oh, yeah, I never got to try this one, but there's like Rough Day at the Office where you play as a doggo whose human is having a bad day, so you go run little errands around the office, like get them a blanket and stuff. Seems very, very cute. Alrighty. Game is good. Ready to go. Excellent. Since we hadn't used it in a bit, ever since, you know, I had to reinstall Steam, I was like, let's see if this actually, you know, works properly. And it does. So I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then we shall get going. So hold tight, and then we shall investigate stuff. Hold on. Hold on. Boop. guys. Welcome in, Drakon. Welcome in, Ein? We'll go with Ein. I'm muted. Yes, I was. Thank you for pointing that out. Sometimes I push the wrong button. Mexon, hello. Hello, muted. We're scuffing so bad today. My poor, oh, what's my brain? My brain! VTube Studio was glitching out when I first started stream. Suddenly my model vanished. Had to restart. Just one of those things. Glorious scuff. Glorious, glorious, glorious scuff. And I'm doing great. Well, like, for the most part. Today's poison of choice is Ace Attorney. Yes, indeed. I was gonna play it, yesterday. But since I had to take the day off because of my headache, I was like, I really wanna play more of this. Because as you can see from the save files, we're on episode 4 of 5. So we're almost done the game. So I'm like, I kind of want to, like, push on through. Doing well, failing to fight for suit. Oh, God. Yeah, I haven't even cleared, Hexa in turn. Because I have I hosted Hexa? I can't remember. It might be Dark Rapture 0 that makes. Either way, I was like, I saw Unlimited pop up, and I was like, I looked, and I'm like, can I even play this? And the game's like, no. Hope you'll beat it. It's a struggle, unfortunately. New raid in Grand Blue, for those who don't know, but it's so tough that they had to invent a new category for the raid. So you know it's tough. And like I'm slowly getting better at the game. But I'm like, no, not today. Very exciting for once, the scamcha was not a scamcha. Scamcha referring to when you buy the $30 guaranteed SSR ticket. I got Halloween Mugen. I'm like, damn. like, that was, I wanted, Varja. I'm like, but Halloween Mugen's pretty darn good, too. Now, if only I could get Halloween Florence, and I will have, like, a stall wall light team at last. Instead of glass cannons. All in good time, I suppose. I'm trying to get back into Grand Blue. I had to take a little break for a bit. I was like, my brain can just not function right now. I got too much stuff going on. Usually, like, I'll keep Grand Blue going on the side when I do stuff. But I've been too busy to even remember to, you know, start raids and stuff like that. But finally. Alright. Oh! Where's the save file? Alright, we're in the detention center. I got burned out from last Guild War, yeah. Often we end up taking a little break after Guild Wars. Not always, but a lot of people do. With my old crew, where I had to carry everyone on my shoulders, even though I am not OP, I would definitely get burned out after. It's like with a win, like I need to buckle down and actually start doing Hexa at some point in the near future. Because I'm running out of stuff to do in terms of upgrading my grid. Because it's like, for Wind, it's like Neon is already level 150. Steel, Siete is creeping up. He's like 123 right now. And I mean, there's the extra domain for them still, but it's like, other than that, I'm running out of options. So I'm like, I need to start uncapping and reforging the Draconics. I still need to reforge some of the revans, but half of those are done now. So I'm like, I'm running out of things. I need to be brave and punch the dragon. I at least know I survive in a raid where people know what they're doing. The key word being know what they're doing. I come in here with Earth, I'm like, I brought the element no one uses. The rest of y'all do your jobs. You'll pay for this? Thanks, Edgeworth. Yeah, you tell all those lurkers in raids who make them stall out that they need to do a better job. And with that, yet another person disappears from my life. Ah, yes. So it's been nearly a month since we played this because, you know, new games come out, stuff happens. So to recap, our buddy Edgeworth has been helping out a defense lawyer a bit too often and interfering with the prosecution office's plans to fix these cases. So they took away his badge. Like, they have actually arrested him now. Or either they taken away his badge or they will be. I think he might be arrested because technically he was quote-unquote helping a criminal. AKA Kay lost her memories. And they're trying to pin pin a murder on her. So by the fact that we did not turn her into the cops immediately, we're in jail now. Happens to every Ace Attorney lawyer at least once. And it's happened to Maya like 4 or 5 times. Oh, it just makes me want to cry and cry and cry. Anyway, I'ma head out. I'm not planning to disappear just yet, Chairman Winner. There's still the hearing later today. She was the one who bombed? Well, I mean... Mayhaps. Just you wait. One way or another, I'll prove Kay's innocence to the world then. You know, like I'm the one supposed to be getting... It's not an actual trial. It's a hearing, right? It's not like a proper trial. But still... Oh my god, Lada's here. Oh dear. Ten members, over a majority, are present. But the seats are empty. Because we didn't want to draw new sprites. I call this meeting to order. We are gathered here today to witness the union of Miles Edgeworth and Phoenix. Oh, never mind. We are here to assess the professional competency of Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Here in the sight of the goddess, we do solemnly swear to pass fair and frank judgment. I'm not sure why we silently worship famous Athena. Hi, Jambola! How are you? Dee Dee thinks she's in one of her fanfics. Excuse you? Who you calling delusional? Edgeworth is... I mean, yeah, you're right. Edgeworth is, like, very straight. Like, he's super straight. Like, so frickin' straight. He has never reacted to a single woman in this game. Meanwhile, Phoenix is definitely at least bisexual. Verity, if you would be so kind as to summarize the case against Mr. Edgeworth. Doodle, doodle. Mixed feelings playing Rocket League? Oh no. The accused refused to desist and eventually had to be detained by myself and Tierman Winner. Bananas. His actions compromised the investigation and... Oh, sorry. His actions compromised the investigation into the murder of a certain defense attorney. And despite having been presented with copious evidence of her guilt, he continues to insist that the suspect, 1K Faraday, is innocent of all charges. Had zoomies? Oh no, the zoomies! We've all been there before. Hi, Zexu! How you doing? I know your day was off to a rough start. I hope it ended up working out. Perhaps you could explain the details of the murder to us as well? Of course. On the morning of the 5th? Oh no. Yeah? Yes? Yes, and it got better? Yes? That kind of yeah? On the morning of the 5th, the body of the victim was found here in the committee chamber. Further explanation will be provided by not really. Oh, I'm sorry. Me, Eustace the Winner, Premier Prosecutor. The floor is yours, Mr. Winner. It sounds like she's about to tell him, shut up, you. The murder itself happened late on the night of the 4th. The victim was Miss Rosie Rayner. The same night, an illicit auction was being held here in this very room. Oh my god. Not the frickin'... oh my god, the blue badger mask. Get paid? Yay! It'll work out somehow, that's the spirit. Rayner took part in that auction, I think. Yeah. Meaning the murder took place sometime during the auction. Maybe. You know, I'm actually not sure. When she was found, Rayner was dressed in an outfit that matched the description of the auctioneers. However, due to the fact that the auction carried on after the murder had occurred, I deduced that Rayner was not, in fact, the auctioneer. Sink into a dark place, Exu! Take care of yourself, okay? You don't need to deflect it with humor. It's good to feel your feelings. And on what basis, and what about the basis on which the suspect was detained, Mr. Winner? Yeah, I got this. So Faraday was overcome by crushing remorse, Eustace? Get some actual sleep, buddy. Like, get some actual sleep, Zexu. There's a saying, any thoughts you feel after dark aren't real. Like, it's just exhaustion catching up with you. Go to sleep, have some food. You'll feel a million times better in the morning, trust. When a half decent sleep can turn things around so much, 1000%. I have literally been like, I'm a terrible streamer, my life sucks, blah, 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 blah. And then I go to bed and I wake up, I'm like, life ain't all that bad. Like, I just needed to sleep. It's like that, what was it, the Snickers commercial? You're not yourself when you're hungry. What was that saying someone told me? If you're mad at yourself, go to sleep. If you're mad at the world, eat something. It was something like that. When she encountered a person in a red raincoat on the viewing platform. Sleep, huh? Yes, sleep. The thing that helps prevent you from making critical errors. Whether that's in video games or other stuff. I have definitely mentioned it before that it has been scientifically proven that a bad night's sleep has the same effect on your reasoning abilities as being drunk. Like, it has indeed been scientifically proven. That's why sleep deprivation is a form of torture. Didn't know that one? Yeah. Literally, it's been scientifically proven, and it's like, obviously not getting any sleep or getting less than, like, 3 hours of sleep is the worst. But they found that at about 5 or 6 hours of sleep, the people they tested, they think they're doing fine. They think they're, like, competent. Because, like, they're not exhausted, right? Because they did get some sleep. But they're still making a whole bunch of mistakes in the testing that's being done to them. So, yeah. No sleep? Obviously, you're not doing well. 5-ish hours? You're going around life thinking you're doing great and you're actually dropping the ball a bunch. Which is why they're like, ideally, 7 hours, 24 hours awake can be like 2 glasses of wine. Yeah. Literally a lot of people, like, there's a reason why if you stay up too much when you're tired, you actually start going loopy. Like, I've never done it, but y'all who were here for, like, my 14-hour stream when I was finishing, 999, like, I was so loopy at the end. I went back to the VOD, and I'm like, I have zero memory of any of this. So So it's like, even if all you can do is micro nap throughout the day, like 20 minutes here or there, it helps. Good times, yeah. Oh, man. Like, the final puzzle in 999 is really difficult, and I'm like, I didn't ace it. It did take me a few attempts, but I watched the VOD and I'm like, I have no idea how I figured this out. It was like, you know, just sheer exhaustion made something click in my brain. Like, my body's like, Jesus, take the wheel. We need to go to bed. She's not gonna go to bed until this thing's done. Help us. That was your second stream of mine? Oh my god. What a time. I used to stay up playing your League for 20 hours and you wouldn't remember. Yeah, literally. Exhaustion? It gets ya. But at the time she was killed, Miss Rainer was wearing a red raincoat. Red raincoat. I can't pronounce my R's today. And who won the race to find that raincoat nearby? Me! That's who! Did you? Rascally rabbit. Yes, Elmer Fudge. Did you? I thought it was somebody from forensics. Claiming. Tisk. When I had to go to job at 6 a.m., she was shocked you were still there. I'm sawing logs. Don't worry about it, basically. Strictly speaking, it was found by one of the forensics investigators under Mr. Winter's command. I knew it! Taking credit for your subordinate's work? You're the worst kind of boss, Eustace. The blood analysis on the coat showed that it was indeed Miss Rainer who had worn it. Had I ever slept on watch alone? I don't know. I can't remember. I know some people definitely have fallen asleep during watch along, because, you know, we all leave the call, and I come back like 20 minutes later, and they're still there. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna disconnect you. Have a good sleep. Never. Surely not the people who are joining the watch alone at like 2 a.m. Just for like 10 minutes of one episode. And the suspect's confession was the final nail in the coffin. She confirmed having committed the murder. So, as you can see, Kay Faraday was the killer. There's nobody else who could have done it. Alright, Miles, I expect you have some objections. Let's get them out of the way, shall we? Wait, is this a trial plus a hearing? They're just trying to kill all the birds with one stone today? I have no objections, Chairman Winner. Well, now, is that so? I thought I would have to... No objections in the matter of my unauthorized investigation, that is. But in the matter of Miss Faraday's supposed guilt, I have plenty. Dad poses sleeping. Oh, that. Yeah, I know exactly that pose. I feel like we've all done that before. The pursuit music in this game is so good. They make a new theme for every Ace Attorney game, but because, you know, there's technically no courtroom segments in this one, we haven't really had anything close. This is like technically the closest we've had. So catchy. I can personally attest to the fact that Mr. Winter's investigation was fair and impartial. I mean, it can be fair and impartial, and the evidence can just be forged still. Like, he's just not aware of it. That does happen. It's happened to Edgeworth. It's happened to Phoenix. Yeah, of course it was. When it comes to carefully conducted ops, I'm the winner every time. You know, Miles, it's within my power to offer you a plea deal of sorts. Oh, you're bribing me now? If, and this is purely hypothetical, of course, you were to withdraw your objections, you might wake up tomorrow to find yourself the proud owner of a seat on this committee. Yeah, that is straight up bribery. So I ask you again, do you have any objections, Mr. Edgeworth? If you think you can buy my silence, think again. Who do you think I am? You watch your mouth. I mean... Why? Like, okay, look. I get it. I can see where you're like, you know, this is a bribe. This is not like, but this is literally bribery. Like, I don't know. I don't know who you're fooling here, like... No, this is a robbery! This is a robbery! Only if the chairman watches his. I didn't come here to talk about committee seats. I came here to talk about a murder case. I've fallen asleep a couple times during the watch-along, so what you need is to watch anime. And then you'll fall asleep. I see. I want to know exactly what the committee's view on the incident is. Imagine I unmute, it's over. It's sure. It's all over. It's over. We just hear you snoring. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing that's happened. We've had people in the watch-alongs recently who accidentally turn on their camera, and it's like, I'm just gonna force close that. Who? I don't remember who it was off the top of my head, but yeah, we were all like, buddy. They were walking around too, so they didn't see our ping, so I'm like, I'm just gonna close this for them. You want to put us on trial, my boy. Very well, if that will make you happy. Verity, please provide Mr. Edgeworth with the materials pertaining to the case. Never mind, we're not doing a hearing for Edgeworth. We're just gonna proceed straight on with the indictment of Kay, I guess. Really? But sir... This will be his last hurrah, so let's humor him with the send-off he desires. If you say so, Mr. Chairman. Evidence data received from Judge Gavel. You have no objections to Verity representing the committee, I assume? None whatsoever. Mr. Edgeworth? Don't worry, Kay. Everything will be fine. You'll see. The committee's views on the case. Miss Rayner attended the auction as a potential buyer. The red raincoat was one of the items up for sale. It was? Not everything in that room had to do with one of our cases. Because I don't remember a red raincoat ever being in any of the Phoenix Wright games. Wait, hold on. The killer wore one, I think, during the attempted assassination of the Shenfa president, so maybe it's that one. So our assumption is that after winning and paying for it, she left the auction with her purchase. She just wanted to wear it. You know, when you buy something nice at a store, and you're like, I'm just gonna wear this right now. I'm just gonna tear off the price tag and wear it out. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up to the roof. After she'd emerged onto the viewing platform, that's when Miss Rayner was attacked by Miss Faraday. Shortly thereafter, her flame went out. Because God forbid we can't say she just died. And thus concludes the committee's views on the case. The raincoat was on offer that night. Is that really true? We believe so, yes. You believe so? Can you not confirm this? So I was right. Okay. You remember the failed assassination attempt on the president of Shenfa, I assume? assume the raincoat is a piece of evidence from that case. Ah, yes, the raincoat worn by the famous assassin, Shelly the Killer. We will start our bid at 50 cents. Do I hear 50 cents? It should have remained safely under lock and key in the appropriate facility. But our inquiries revealed that it did in fact go missing under mysterious circumstances. And wound up in the auction along with everything else. That makes sense, I suppose. Wonderful work, Verity. Just wonderful. Crystal clear as ever. You flatter me, sir. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you could save us all some time and simply admit defeat. 3 out of 8. I'll do no such thing, thank you very much. Very well, it's good to know you still have some fight in you. It is? Why? When the person who's been your, like, rival for the entire game suddenly starts acting like they're on your side, it's like, Come to think of it, she did say some strange things when she visited me this morning, too. What exactly is she up to? Nothing good, I'm assuming. Miss Serena attended the auction as a potential buyer. Okay. We haven't had a chance to look at the evidence in a while, so let's see. Yatagarasu pin. Gem Ninja. Letter, chicken stub, key card. Kay's recollections, the flower. Oh, there's 3 pages of evidence. Oh. When there's 3 pages of stuff, the real pain. Okay. Alrighty. The only exit from the storeroom was, of course, the hatch leading up to the roof. She was attacked. Okay. Alright, so what do we have that we can work against? Only exit. That feels like the only statement you could possibly contradict in some way. So what do we got? Blood in the elevator. Wasn't there also blood in the box in which the killer hid the body? Oh, that's right. They were killed in the storage room. Which one? Which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sometimes there's two possibilities, and it's like, which does the game want? Well, there's blood on their hand. That's okay. Okay.
Objection!
Yeah, music stopped. I was right. Maybe you can clear something up for me, Judge Gavin. But what is Miss Hart doing here at this hearing? She is an eyewitness. I thought it would be obvious. Well, now, I ain't really an eyewitness, more of an eye-ear witness, I guess. I had her accent going for one sentence, and then I lost it. She's not exactly the most confidence-inspiring choice to help you make your case, is she? Wow. I like to think I choose my allies a little more carefully than you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you should question them more thoroughly, because there's something she hasn't told you. Take a look at this. It's a photo taken by Miss Hart. Yes, in the storeroom, correct? What of it? According to your theory, the murder occurred up on the roof. But according to Miss Hart's testimony, she happened to witness the entire incident unfold in the storeroom. Just before she took this picture. And thank God she remembered to turn off the flash. Wait, you're saying Gavel got it? Wrong. That's exactly what I'm saying. What? What? Miss Hart? If I may confirm your account of the events you witnessed that night? You saw the person in the picture, correct? I sure did, clear as day, and with my own two eyes to boot. And what were your impressions at that point? My impressions? This right here is the scoop of the century, something like that. Yeah, that makes sense. I was hoping more for your impressions of the person in question. Oh, that there is a walking meal ticket? Seriously? Just my little joke. No need to look at me like I done sat on your lunch. Old red raincoat, right? Well, I took one look and I thought that's our perp right there. And therein lies the rub. Miss Hart, to have thought... Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, when will you learn to use your words? If it's an explanation of the facts that you require, you need only ask, you know. What do you mean? I assume you're about to raise the issue of the voices Miss Hart heard? Voices that may be unrelated?
Objection!
Unrelated? You can do better than that. Was one of the voices Miss Hart heard really even Miss Ringer's? You're kidding me, right? Them folks were talking crime-related turkey or my name ain't a lot of danged heart. But did you hear them clearly? Well, I can't rightly say for sure, but... I can't rightly say nothing and you know it. They was using voice changes. I done told you all that. Precisely. Miss Hart heard voices, but those voices were disguised. Which means we cannot even be certain that whatever she did over here had anything to do with the murder.
Objection!
Oh, he's having a great time. You don't need to yell objection in order to sigh at me, Mr. Edgeworth. It seems I overestimated you, Judge Gavel. Nonsense! Verity's the best of us, my boy! The very best! And yet she believes that what Miss Hart heard might not have anything to do with the murder. Even supposing that's the case, it doesn't prove the murder didn't happen in the storeroom. The incident happened before the victim was able to go up to the roof. That much we can say for certain. And I can tell you why. I'm gonna assume it's the blood on the hands.
Take that!
For 200? There we go. We initially thought the person in the red raincoat was the culprit. Yes, because Miss Hart said as much. Indeed, she told us about the blood she saw on this person's hand. And I doubt many people would have thought differently given her testimony. Ergo, if this person is the killer, then the blood we see would be from when they attacked the victim. But knowing what we know now, that this person is in fact the victim, it recontextualizes everything. The presence of the blood still shows that the picture was taken after the attack. By now, it tells us something very important about the victim, too. This picture tells us that the victim survived the attack? I guess that makes the most sense, yeah? Survived the attack? There's no doubt in my mind that the victim was attacked in the storeroom. But here we have photographic evidence of her standing upright and alive, albeit with a bloody hand. That can only mean that Miss Rayner survived the attack. Excuse me. When you feel a cough coming, but you're mid-sentence. The blood on her hand is from the wound she sustained. What are you talking about? Who dies from a hand wound? Buddy. You're trying so hard and getting nowhere. The wound wasn't on her hand, Mr. Wynn. Now, I imagine she had used her hand to try and staunch a wound. That's right. While it's impossible to tell from the angle, the victim was already mortally wounded here. Oh ho. Well, that certainly would change things, wouldn't it? It very much would. Not least by making it absurd to suggest that Kay was the attacker. Her encounter with the victim happened after this picture had been taken. After the victim had already been attacked and was in critical condition. I put it to you all that all Kay witnessed was the victim finally succumbing to her wounds. That would have been quite the coincidence. Hey, shit happens. a textbook case of wrong place, wrong time, I'd say. You seem to be forgetting a rather important fact, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, that or pretending not to remember it. What? What fact am I forgetting? I think it's time to wrap things up, don't you, Verity? Put the boy out of his misery. That is quite the sentence. Dad! The bell works for me! I know it's the other way around, boy. Why do you keep giving her orders? That's my job! You really are a total and utter embarrassment. Yikes. I am not! I hate to break it to you, but you both are. Like father, like son, the apple did not fall far from the tree. Go to it, Cavell. Put Edward out of his misery. As you wish. Damn. They're gonna stab me in the middle of a courtroom. What you're forgetting. Miss Raynor's body was found with 3 wounds in her chest. And we all know what those wounds are from, don't we? That's right. They're from when she was stabbed in the chest by a 3-armed candelabrum. I doubt anybody could survive such grave wounds. You know you can stab a body after it dies, right? If you care to read the coroner's report, I'm sure you would change your tune. Yeah, you haven't given me the coroner's report. Nicely done. Now Edgeworth will have to make several objections. Yes, I'm afraid I will. What? Why? Weren't you listening? Oh, I was listening. Very carefully, in fact. Hence my objections. Come on! Why do you always have to undermine me? That's never my intention, I assure you. It isn't? Because you do it so well to yourself every single time already. Of course it isn't. Yeah, I knew that because I'm... Please, Eustace, just stop for goodness sake. You've already embarrassed me enough. Huh? What do you mean, Dad? Nepotism. Still alive and well. Wounds on her chest. And we all know what those wounds are from. She was stabbed in the chest by a 3-armed candelabra. Alright, so we're contesting her. Oh! Well, that's fine. With the cause of death, there's no doubt about that. None. One of the spikes of the candelabra even pierced the victim's heart. And unless you mean to call Dr. Hertz's professional opinion into question, we can only treat that as fact. The coroner's opinion backing up on my own winning ones. Now that's what I call a flawless victory. Well, I'm certainly not about to ignore the coroner's findings. Hey, what about my findings? You can't just ignore them. But if the cause of death really was the puncture wounds to the chest, that would seem to contradict one of the pieces of evidence we've gathered. Okay. Hey. He's not just ignoring my findings, he's ignoring me! Do something! As you wish. At the very least, I will ensure that he cannot ignore my own conclusions. Damn. Imagine taking orders from an 18-year-old. Go to law school for like a decade, and now you're taking orders from an 18-year-old. No blood on the raincoat. Okay.
Objection!
There we go. Chairman winner. You know what this is, of course. The red raincoat. That's right, isn't it, Verity? Yes, sir. The one Miss Renner was wearing. I warn you, Mr. Edgeworth, you will not be thanked for retreading old ground here. Well, I'm afraid I might have to regardless. Now then, if you'll answer me this, Judge Gavel. You told us that the victim's bloodstains were found on the coat. But, do you remember where exactly they were found? Of course, they were found on the hood and... Oh. Hmm? What's the matter, Verity? The hood and... Was the blood found anywhere else? No, it was not. Doesn't that strike you as odd? The victim died of stab wounds to the chest. Wouldn't that lead one to expect to find bloodstains in that area? It sure would. That's a glaring contradiction if I ever saw one. The head wound the victim suffered wasn't just some incidental injury. It was inflicted before the stab wounds to her chest. Perhaps you're correct. Perhaps the victim did sustain the head injury first. As he said, if she had been stabbed first, there should be blood in the chest area of her raincoat. Therefore, Miss Raynor cannot have been stabbed before the head injury had been inflicted on her. But, even if we concede to this point that the head injury came before the chest wounds, what difference would that make? How does it change our understanding of the case? I'd say it changes things a great deal. In fact, it raises an even more fundamental contradiction. That is quite the bold claim. I have to admit, you have me intrigued. Perhaps you could show us this fundamental contradiction with some evidence. Sure. Thought you'd never ask. Which piece of evidence best demonstrates the contradiction the order of the injuries revealed? Okay. Oh, there's the coroner's findings. I was expecting the icon to look like a piece of paper. Okay, preliminary findings. Place, time of death, sometime late last night. Pectorals. Also suffered a head injury post-mortem. Ah! It's the other way around, man. This is Dr. Hurt's preliminary findings. According to which, the victim suffered a head injury post-mortem. But the order suggested by the bloodstains on the raincoat is exactly the opposite, yes. Bailiff! This court hereby subpoenas Dr. Hilda Hertz to the committee chamber with all due haste. Until she testifies, this case cannot be brought to a close. Was not expecting to have to be in court at any point during this game, but hey! Yes, Your Honor, I'll go fetch her at once. Unfortunately, Dr. Hertz is a very busy woman. I doubt she will be able to come immediately. Well, I guess we will find out. In the meantime, there is another important angle I would like to explore. Frankly, something has been bothering me about the person at the heart of this case. The literal heart? The so-called ringleader, who exactly are they? You're probably not gonna like the answer, girly, but I think it's your boss. Just, you know, just Ace Attorney logic things. That's always how it goes. Yeah, good point. We never looked into that, huh? You didn't? Despite having been mentioned repeatedly in this hearing. know even the most basic facts that might help uncover their identity. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any thoughts on the matter? Suddenly, they want our opinion. Suddenly, you know, like we're worth something. Ay, caramba. We've seen nothing that might serve as evidence of the auctioneer's identity as of yet. But there is someone involved with the case that I can name. Edgeworth's about to get very bold, I fear. I suspect that at the very least, they might be able to point us in the right direction. And that's... Chairman Winner, I demand you testify as to what you know. What? Are you crazy? Why would you accuse my dad? Who's accusing him of anything? We just think he knows something. You would cast doubt on the integrity of the chairman of the committee? Sure. Do you understand the implications of such an act? I don't care who or what he is, he's an alien. You heard it here, folks. And about a man who seems dead set on framing Kay at all costs. The mask, corsage, chicken stub, and everything else, the items Kay was carrying when she was found. They were deliberately placed in her possession somehow. By Chairman Winner himself. A shocking accusation, and one I find hard to believe. For the sake of completeness, I must ask, why would he do such a thing? To cast suspicion on Kay. Why else? I even managed to get him to say something to that effect. Too bad you didn't have a tape recorder. Because now it's your word against his. Chairman Winner, your rebuttal, please. I think the good chairman might be in shock. So what if I did? Did you hear me, boy? I said, so what if I did? You say you got me to admit as much? But where is your proof? Yeah. Yeah. The water? The emptying out his goggles thing throws me off every time. With no witnesses to speak of, your word alone is hardly enough to make an accusation like that stick. Do the cameras in the detention center have microphones? Because you know that might help. That might help, you know. Or do you mean to tell me that you have something more to base your outburst on? He still has the arrogance he showed back at the detention center. And yet... Mr. Edgeworth, I am going to have to ask you to explain yourself. If that's all right, Mr. Chairman. Like, this is totally unfounded, but you know, let's entertain him. For, you know, just for the sake of argument. Not at all. I'd be very interested to hear this for myself. Meow, 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 meow. Sorry, you couldn't see it, but I was kind of like pretending to like jam on the piano. Because you'll never find a more fine and upstanding citizen than myself. Yeah, of course. Sure. Yeah, totally. Totally. He's full of baloney. He has a lot of nerve acting all innocent like that. Very well. Let's start at the very beginning. The fact that the auction took place right here in the hollow trial chamber is a point of suspicion. A location that should, by all rights, only be accessible to members of the committee. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they all have key cards to this room after all. Furthermore, these auctions seem to be held at a somewhat regular basis, and for that to be possible, there can only be one winning explanation. Dang, you're really helping us out, Eustace. I don't know if he even realizes that, though. That's right, Mr. Winner. That the auctioneer is a member of the committee. What? No! Ah, shit. What on earth is wrong now? Everything. What do I do, Dad? I played right into his hands! Oh, ho, ho, you did indeed, you utter nitwit. What a great relationship. But Miles, my boy, you do realize you've cast quite the wide net with your explanation. That's true. There are 11 members of the committee altogether. 10, given Miss Raynor's unfortunate passing. 10 potential suspects in total. Oh, hey! There they all are! Well, it certainly wasn't me! And it can't be the chairman! Whoever it is, speak up! Right now! Right here! Right now! Burn! Come, calm down, all of you, please. Well, Miles, is that all the proof you've got against me? Shit. He's like, usually when Phoenix does this, they just start confessing their guilt. Like, what am I supposed to do now? Huh. You're very quiet all of a sudden. I don't know what you're talking about. But it's too late to back out now. Who said anything about backing out? It certainly wasn't me. You accused a former chief prosecutor and current chairman of the committee of a crime. A crime. Ugh. I would tell you to prepare for the worst. And make it double? To protect the world from devastation? To unite all within our nation? To denounce the evils of truth and love! To extend our reach to the stars above! Miles! And... Gumshoe? There's no preparing you for what you're about to face. Know your place. Are you in or out? You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail for a while now. Where the murder happened, the order of the victim's injury, some other things I can hardly even remember. Ding, 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 ding. But you needn't have bothered my boy because it's all irrelevant in the end. Is it though? Like, is it though? Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. But you needn't have bothered my boy because it's all irrelevant in the end. Is it though? Like, is it though? 'Cause I don't think it is. Think about it. The suspect herself has already said she did it. That is called a coerced confession. That stuff doesn't hold up to scrutiny anywhere in the world, my bro, come on. Don't be like this. That's all that matters at the end of the day, and her sentence will be lighter for you, so rejoice! And there you have it. Feel free to pick holes as you see fit. Okie dokie. Time to, poke some holes, as he says. He's not gonna like this. He ain't gonna like this. How can I when that was barely a testimony to begin with? That man. He's a very powerful person, isn't he? It's okay, Mr. Edgeworth. Please just let it go. I did it. I'm the murderer. I even remember doing it. You saw a flash of something half-remembered, Kay. Nothing more. Believe me when I say you should believe in your own innocence instead. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Luna. How are you? But I'm up against the head of the committee here. This isn't going to be easy. But he seems to think he's already won. Perhaps I can use that against him. I'm okay? That's good. I'm doing okay as well. Mostly over my cold, I think, but we will see. You've been forcing us to argue over every little detail. Happened, the order of the victims, injuries, some other things I can hardly even remember. Okay. Because it's all irrelevant in the end. Okay. It's always fun when it's one of these. Where they barely put anything that you can't object to. So no point arguing that one. Other things I can hardly remember. Maybe that one? Because it's all irrelevant in the end. Okay, I mean, that's the most obvious one. Kay was coerced into saying she did it, technically. Just because she confessed to something doesn't make it the truth. Kay is suffering from plot-convenient anime amnesia. So any statement she makes should be taken with a grain of salt.
Objection.
Even so, it doesn't exactly solve anything for us, does it, dear boy? I don't know what you're talking about. And it would be nonsensical to dismiss her confession outright. I don't know about that, but whatever makes you happy, I guess. I tell you what. Why don't we ask her one more time? Though I'm sure she'll say she did it again. Fine. Let's do it. Let's ask her again. We'll see if she really believes herself to be the culprit. Huh? You mean me? Is this really what you want, Mr. Edgeworth? If it goes badly, it could significantly weaken your position. I know, but there's no other way. I only request that I be the one to question her. You really know how to tug at an old man's heartstrings, you know. Yeah, you're so torn up about this. But fine. Ask away. On one condition. If this turns out to be a waste of time, that's it. We're going to rave instead. We'll call the proceedings to an end, then end there. Agreed? Call the proceedings to an end? You mean the hearing? Yes, dear boy, that's right. Perhaps you aren't a complete muddlehead after all. Thanks. Now, just so we're clear, if we ask again and all that happens is the girl confirms her guilt, she is officially declared guilty on the spot. Yes, that sounds like a great plan if I do say so myself. Because I thought of it. That's it? You just declare her guilty like that? I mean, technically... I mean, generally, if someone pleads guilty, don't the proceedings just immediately move to sentencing? I've never exactly been in court before, so, you know. That's the gist of it. It's a big risk. But he's going to find a way to condemn her either way if we don't do something. Kate? Yeah? What? Why are we yelling? No, it's a lot to ask. But I need you to think. Do you remember anything else about what happened on the day of the murder? Anything that might help prove your innocence? Why are you still fighting it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's no use. I can't be of help to you. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to try and remember anymore. What if I remember something even worse? And if I did, I'd just be making more trouble for you. Please stop thinking you're a bother. Please just accept it. The Kay you thought you knew is a dangerous criminal. A criminal who let you down and betrayed your trust. How did she get like this? Like, I know amnesia can really mess with you, but she is an entirely different person. Don't worry, Kay. You have nothing to be afraid of. I may not have known you for very long, but I know you well enough. And right now, I'd say I know you better than you know yourself. Bam, 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 bam. You would never commit a murder. You could never. Because this is who you really are. The Yatagarasu? Oh my god, they take half your health if you get it wrong.
Take that!
You're the great thief Yatagarasu. A noble outlaw who would never stoop so low as to kill. Literally, one of her first lines is, the one thing a thief should never steal is a life. It's too heavy a burden to bear. If it ain't Diana, you sound better? Thank you, yeah. Doing better overall. I got some cough drops. I've got like a little bit of sinus pressure still. But overall, it's much better. Because all I can see is the one memory that's returned. Yeah, a person collapsed on the ground. The best thieves steal hearts. Ho 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 ho. I have to face it. No, the only evidence of your guilt is the confession they forced out of you. As I said earlier, you have to believe that you're better than that. Or are you saying you don't believe a word of what I've been telling you? No, it's not that. You're trying so hard to help me. And you're risking so much for me. It's too much. You have to stop. I'm begging you. And, so that's what's going on. I thought it was strange, but now I see. The reason you're allowing yourself to be railroaded into accepting your fate. It's because of me, isn't it? Which is exactly what the K I know would have done. You're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth. So are you! Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm not. And I don't plan on becoming one anytime soon. Damn! It's like, did I tell you about the time that I forged a whole pile of evidence to get every single person I ever took to trial guilty? Because despite all your wishes to the contrary, I'm still trying to help you. Oh, that's where you were going with it. So you see, I've merely been servicing my own ego regardless of what I put you through. He's got a point there. She's like, wait a second. Now, let's try this again. See the good in yourself, Kay. Remember the noble thief you really are. The memory of you committing the murder? You need to question it with all you have. Boo, boo. That's all I ask. So please, do it for me. I... Kay! What's wrong? Did you remember something? It's a whole boatload of trauma. Yay! Ho ho! It'd be like some cliche movie plot if she did. A cow. Cow? Mr. Edgeworth, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details. First, she sees a person walking in a direction that should not be possible. Because they'd be literally walking on air, and now she sees a cow. Well, Kay, could you tell us about the cow? I remember now. The person in the red raincoat. She had it in her hand. A stuffed cow! I can see it so clearly now. Are you sure? Are you absolutely certain? Yes, I'm sure. Then this court acknowledges the defendant's latest statements as new testimony.
Objection.
Have you lost your mind, Verity? We can't accept testimony like this. With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is new and highly relevant evidence.
Objection.
Need I remind you of the adult state of her memory? No, this simply won't do. Adult? But if we claim her memory is unreliable now, then our own argument is weakened, sir. We are literally taking her to court over a confession of a half-baked memory, like... Y'all not see how bad that looks, sir? You said so yourself only a few minutes ago. That thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves over the finer details. It's like, fuck this lighter! Were we to call the validity of her memories into question? Fuck the lighter! Then we must also call into question the confession on which our entire argument is based. Sir, are you even listening to me? Yo, there it is! Is this really the most advisable course of action? Yes, you're right. Proceed as you see fit, then. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're still in the game. Somehow. Barely. And only thanks to Judge Gaval's intervention. You know, maybe she's not all bad. Maybe she's not all bad. It's almost as if she was on our side for a second. A judge? Wanting to see justice served? Properly? That's crazy. There's no way that could actually happen. Nah. Edgeworth? The stuffed animal? I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. Whatever the heck this is. This Cowzilla. We found it in the storeroom and believe it is yet another auction item. So she walked out of there with 2 things. Wait, that's... Do you know something, Gavel? No, it's just not what I imagined, a liar. I suppose it is a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. I should look it over carefully. Ah, yes, I don't think we've examined this cow. But he's missing one of his horns. The left horn is missing. This hole. It looks like that's where the horn would have gone. But that doesn't look like stuffing in there. So what is it? Let's take a look at the rest of this toy and see what we can find. Poor buddy had a rough day. The right horn seems intact, but I can't say it's doing much for the overall symmetry of this toy. Oh, not the symmetry. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, it moves. It does? It sounds like sand being crushed? It would seem there is a recording device hidden inside. It says, and... I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself. I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge. Well, could this be the moment of the murder? And someone made a recording of it. Now, is that voice Kay's? Probably not, but the auction attendees were all wearing or rather all like using voice changers, so hey, that's them right there. Them the voices I heard, sure as eggs is eggs. Sure as eggs is... That's an interesting one, okay.
Overruled.
Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded. It's possible they have nothing to do with the murder. If only there was some accompanying video footage. You got bugs in your ears or something, lady? I done told you. Them's the voices I heard. And we already know the victim was holding that thing, right? So it's gotta be from when she got. Yes, it is a possibility. But a weak one without more than your word to back it up. We need something more. Something credible. We need... Yet again, she seems to be stepping in. Judge Garvel, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider for a moment the words we heard one of the speakers say. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. I believe we have something that could explain what those words are referring to and how it's all related. Which piece of evidence? So we know she has a burn. Probably this?
Take that!
The coroner's preliminary findings? How do they prove anything? Don't they probably mentioned the burn? Indeed, what on this page shows that the voices must be from the time of the murder. Prominent burn mark. There we go.
Take that!
Think again on the words we heard. This part in particular sticks out in my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. The victim had a prominent burn mark on the back of her right hand. And what of it? Oh, come on. According to Kay's testimony, the victim was carrying the stuffed cow toy. And a burn mark, an identifying mark unique to the victim, was mentioned on the recording it captured. Ha! It's just a coincidence. Stuff like that happens all the time! Right?
Overruled.
I'm not so sure that it does, especially not in this case. I mean, they call it unique identifying marks for a reason, because the likelihood of someone else having that, not very high. The court accepts that the recording may be from the moment of the murder. You fell asleep! Welcome back! I hope you had a good nap. The DD stream does its job once again. And based on the content of that conversation, it seems likely that it's because it's the one we hear the most. But that still doesn't... play League or Mario Kart? I feel like Mario Kart would be better. You're more likely to doze off because you can play the Switch 2 in bed. But that still doesn't tell us anything about the killer's true identity, or even if they're male or female or non-binary, you don't know. Due to the voice changers, correct. Unfortunate, but unavoidable. One thing, however, has become clear. We are now able to say that the voices Miss Hart heard were those of Miss Rainer and her killer. Just like I done told you they was. Look, it had to be proven. I'm sorry you feel slighted, Lotta. We can say something else now, too. Then let's hear it, that is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman. Do as you wish. According to Miss Hart, just before the murder occurred, 2 people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. The ringleader and one of the auction attendees. It seems this was the point at which money exchanged hands. The murder happened immediately afterward, and the auction carried on after that. All of which points to one key fact. What else does this revelation reveal? The ringleader was the killer. Since the ringleader was the auction's sole auctioneer, then it follows that they cannot be the victim. Hey, Gavel? Not right now, Eustace. There's a good boy. Mommy, I gotta go to the bathroom. Shh, not right now. Overruled. Compelling argument, but hardly conclusive. I am fully aware of that, Your Honor. Fuck this lighter! Piece of shit! There were certain traces left on the scene that seemed to suggest the ringleader was the killer. Then, please hurry up and show us. Okie dokie doo! What is something that was placed on the scene that points to the ringleader having been the killer? The flower? Ah, shit. No? I don't get it. Sorry, apparently I'm a big dum-dum. For once, I agree with my idiot. Oh! Okay. Do, do, do. We will need to see some evidence. Yada 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 yada. Here we go again, Mamma Mia. All right. The blood?
Take that!
Oh, there we go. The killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the goddess of justice statue. Blasphemy. It was due to that blood that we originally thought the murder happened in this chamber. But it was simply a ruse designed to cover up the blood that had drifted down from the storeroom. In order to conceal the existence of the underground auction, correct? Correct. Correcto mundo. Culprit had nothing to do with the auction. They would have had no reason to cover up the blood, which further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one and the same. And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you'd like to name? The auction is always held in the committee chamber, with its storeroom located just overhead. So at the very least, we know the murderous ringleader has some connection to the committee. Hey, the lighter works this time. Yes, yes. And you suspect me, correct? Hey, you said it, not me. As the committee's most powerful member, that should hardly be a surprise, right?
Objection!
You're a fine prosecutor. That much I'll give you. But, as I think I may have mentioned already, you're also hopelessly naive. You've got nothing, dear boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Unless you've got something to share? Are we gonna do circle share time like in kindergarten? No, we're not gonna do circle share time. Do I have any evidence to show? Probably not. Yeah, we don't have anything concrete, I think. It was Chairman Winner who brought up the fact that I suspected him. And he seemed confident right from the get-go that he's untouchable. Which means he knows. He knows I have nothing. Rip. Oh, ho, ho, well, Miles, my boy. Time to pay the piper. I don't want to pay the piper. Can we pay the piper next week? Or actually, 2 weeks from now would be better. I kind of have to pay rent. I've always wanted to say that. Weirdo. Verity is all yours. Wait, dang it, I just remembered something. A lot of saves the day. Stop the presses. Huh? Did you have amnesia too? I swear to freaking God. Nah, it just done came to me. Flash of inspiration, you know how it is. I guess. Well, very well. Say your piece.
Objection.
Or, you know, hold it forever, blah, 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 blah. What are you doing, Verity? Mr. Edgeworth has made it clear that he won't give up until every last lick of hope has been extinguished. So extinguish it we must, lest he dare to try to drag us through this excruciating process again in the future. Yeah, what she said! I don't quite get it, but it sounded pretty cool! Don't worry, Dad. I'll help Cavell bring this to a winning finish. We'll show them how wrong they are. Fine, let's hear what the witness has to say. You heard the chairman, Miss Hart, if you would be so kind. Well, alrighty then. Here goes nothing. Oh my God, her theme! The facts, Miss Hart? Nothing but the facts, please. Don't you worry your little pretty head on that front. I'm a journalist, truth's my middle name. Color me officially worried. So the ringleader's the killer, right? Which makes the victim one of the auction goers. Thing is, that don't add up. I counted 11 people coming down that hatch, see? No, I had me a look back downstairs right after that. No. And would you know it, there were 11 little duckies all lined up in a row again. How? And you're sure of this, Miss Hyde? Sure it can be. A gavel ship some with my own 2 beepers. before the murder. And 11 again right after means... Wait, that's a thingy! Concord? A contradiction, Eustace. Do try to keep up. Miss Hart, did nothing really change at all? I done told you already. They carried right on like nothing ever happened. Oh, step 4. Wasn't nothing much, but... What is it? That little mallet doodad can't have yourself an auction without one. Oh, the gavel? Kinda like the one Missy there's got, but different. The auctioneer's hammer. That's the bunny! Done heard that thing banging and cleaning like right the way through, then nothing. Just like that. And the murder weapon was the gavel. So the noise of the hammer stopped midway through. Could it have something to do with the murder? Updated! If what Miss Hart is telling us is true, we have something of a problem. Namely, that if the victim is neither the auctioneer nor one of the attendees, your entire theory cannot stand, Mr. Edgeworth. Fuck! Chalk one up for justice. Eat that, Edgeworth. Okay, thanks. See, Mr. Edgeworth? There really was nothing we could do. I don't know about that, girlie. No, there must be something we're overlooking. Something we still don't have an explanation for. I just need to think. If I can't, Kay is... Alright, kids, do we finally have our answers now? If so, then I expect you to make good on... Hold it! One moment, sir. I worry that it might still be a little early to pass judgment. After all, we have one matter yet to resolve. And until we do, we cannot claim complete and total victory over Mr. Edgeworth. Thank God prosecutors are obsessed with complete and total victory. So, Mr. Edgeworth, frankly, I expected you to have raised your voice by now. A loud, hold it, perhaps? Oh, yes, of course. Hold it! Once again, she has rescued us from the jaws of defeat. Very well, let's get this over with, shall we? What is the one matter that still remains? Why, the contradiction in the coroner's report. That's... I'm back with the witnesses, Your Honor. Well, what's all this about? When do you call us back down here? Did somebody suddenly fall ill? I'll have a compress ready in 2 shakes of a... Ow! This better be good. Did somebody else drop dead? Well, they might soon wish they had. This lady is terrifying. Dr. Hartz, Miss Needler, thank you so much for coming on such short notice. I mean, when you've been subpoenaed, you don't really get a choice in this. Let me assure you, this won't take long. Quit trying to butter me up and cut to the chase, will ya? Of course. We summoned you here to confirm something. What is Judge Cavell up to? Well, we're about to find out. Dr. Hertz, this court asks that you provide the unabridged truth regarding the following. Do you stand by your preliminary findings? Can you vouch for their complete and total accuracy? Grandma doesn't make mistakes. Ever! She's not human. That's strange. What do you mean? In the course of this trial, an error was indeed found in her report. And so I ask again for the truth, Dr. Hertz. Did you alter, tamper with, or in any way falsify your findings? That's awful! How can you even say that? What are you asking for? Why the heck would I want to do that? To help the true culprit, of course. As if I know anything about that. I just know I didn't do anything of the sort. Then that seems doubly strange. What other explanation could there be for the discrepancy in your report? Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might have any thoughts on the matter. Time to get our butts kicked by Granny. It's not like you to be coy, I must say. Why does she keep taking charge and helping me? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, boy! I still don't know what she's trying to do, but I'll happily take what I can get. If everything was recorded accurately and then handed off to Mr. Winner according to protocol, then that report shouldn't contain any mistakes. Well, wait, for the record, I didn't do anything to it! Thanks for, jumping to that conclusion. I guess we'll see, won't we? Dr. Hertz, perhaps we could begin with your side of the story. Why do we even need to? This is pointless. Just tell us what you wrote in your reports. I'll be the judge of what's pointless, thank you very much. We have patients back at the hospital. But Grandma, yo! We really don't have time for this. Won't you please help us? I can't stress how important this is. Grandma says she'll testify. Yippee! But could you please make it quick? If we're not back soon, people will suffer. Are there not other frickin' people at your hospital? And yet you had no qualms about taking your time and buying cotton candy the last time. Also, Grandma's a coroner. You can't be a coroner and also practice medicine in a hospital. Nobody's suffering when you're a coroner. They've already suffered. They've already been put out of their misery by death. Assuming you tell us the truth, that is. Alright. It's already 10 p.m. Time to wrap it up here. Unfortunately. Whoop. There we go. Options. Save. We're approaching the end of the case. I'm pretty sure there was like something that popped up that said this is the last part of the trial, but who knows how long that'll be. All right. Boop. There we go. Okay. Technically on the schedule, it says TV announced. So we'll see tomorrow how it goes, just because I'm out running errands for a chunk of the day. You know, in case I get back and I feel absolutely awful. Well, it's TBA, but it'll probably be more Umineko. Time to do some mystery solving, we'll see. Might end up changing, even if I do stream, might end up changing it depending how my throat feels. Since I am just getting over a cold, you know, sometimes suddenly you lose your voice again. So we will see. For now, who can I send us to? Let me see. Think I'ma actually like sleep? Okay, go sleep. Go take care of yourself. Let's go raid Judy. She's playing Final Fantasy Tactics. That sounds good. Lots of good options tonight. But let's go with something that we're not playing, because, you know, there's lots of people playing Pokemon, understandably. Alright. Here is Raid. Here's Discord. And here's some merch. You wanna bring some stuff home? For now, that's gonna be it for me, unless things are bad tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow evening. We'll see what we get up to. For now, that's gonna be it for me. It's daytime where you are. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And if it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. Until next time, take care of yourself. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat a good food.